Ticky ticky tick tick. Ticky ticky tick tick. All right. Going live here in a second. Hang tight. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, the Denver Show, or if you're watching this on my personal Facebook page, won't you go over to the Denver Show on Facebook and like it? To find it, you can type in the Denver Show or at the Denver Show, one word, in the Facebook search. Be on 1 second. Hold on. We're testing this here. I'm a little rusty here. So, peekaboo. Be right back. Hold on. All right. We got to call in. You guys can call in. So, hold on a second here. All right. Get rid of this.
The recording has started.
There we go. We're recording the audio now. All righty. All right. Let's see. All right. And it looks like all the streams are working. Let me see here. I do have a Facebook. The Denver Show is on the Denver Show is on YouTube. I haven't done this in a while. It's time to get it going again. It just is. There's so much to talk about. It's just a matter of consistency. I'm not the best at consistency. So I do need to get this going here. There we go. Just checking live stream. This is the Facebook live stream. So, I mean the YouTube. So you can check the Denver Show. If you're watching this on Facebook, my personal page, which you probably are, most of you are, won't you go to the Denver Show on Facebook, look up, search the Denver Show and like that. And if you comment, I should be able to see your comments here too. So anyway, I have a phone number here right now. We'll start off with this. The phone number it's kind of broken. I've got a workaround right now. And that is, if you want to talk about this, you can call 855-854-TALK. It used to be that's all you had to do was call 855-854-TALK. But they broke it. What it's doing is it's forwarding to a conference call place. And with conference calls, you got a number, then you got a code, you dial +pound. So I had it programmed in to delay and then dial the code and hit pound for you. Just dialing 855-854-TALK. Well, they made changes and the phone number got changed. So I had to reprogram the phone number and also the place where I have my 800 number to forward things. It also changed and they don't allow the delays, the comma or the pound to be put into the extension. So this is why it's a problem. So if you want to call in 855-854-TALK, then you're going to hear an error saying wrong number or conference call or code is wrong. At that time, dial the code there, 995-782-pound, and then you'll get in. So this is just a workaround right now if you want to talk about this stuff. So anyway, so we won. I say we won. We Patriots won, which is surprising because there was a little fear. I don't know if you felt that way, but I felt a fear that that they were going to, just like the rigged elections, it's rigged. Yeah, I'm saying it's rigged. This is my opinion. I'm allowed to have my opinion, Facebook, YouTube. It's he didn't get 80 million votes. And with that kind of power, it made you wonder, it made me wonder if they were going to get to the jurors. They certainly started trying to intimidate them. Then, of course, there's threats of violence. So we'll see how that plays out. It's funny because they're pleading with everybody to be calm and not to please. They're asking them not to riot, which is funny because you can't you can't plead with terrorists and you can't plead with rioters. And besides, it's Christmas. They need their Christmas is coming up. They need their Christmas presents. So it's funny. It's kind of sad funny that they're actually pleading with actually trying to plead with these rioters. You can't negotiate with them. They are domestic terrorist. They're not worthy of pleading with. You don't plead with these people. So, what do you think about that? 855-854 talk. And here's what gets lost in all this to me. Here's what gets lost in all this. What's the guy's name? Let me look his name up again. I don't know how to say it. Gaige, Grosskreutz. He's the guy that survived and got his bicep blown off for being a thug. And he's the real dangerous individual that Facebook defended. When I posted it, meme, like a lot of people, that Kyle was innocent after all that, looking at the evidence, Facebook banned me for 30 days, maybe it was 45 days. And I know other people that got banned for that. So Kyle turned out being innocent, Facebook. So that means you were wrong, and you basically slandered all those people, that you claimed were supporting a dangerous individual. And actually, Facebook, you are supporting the dangerous individuals, because you look up Mr. Grosskreutz. He was a felon. And he illegally had a gun. So let's talk about that. How come he's not being charged with anything? We need to not forget that while this seems like it's a victory for Kyle, it is a victory for the Second Amendment, and it is a victory in a lot of different ways. But in other ways, it's not a victory. Justice still wasn't done, because terrorist Craigie here, Gaige here, is still on the loose. He's free. He has not been charged. Now imagine that. He illegally brought a gun. He pointed it at Kyle, which shouldn't he be charged with endangerment, attempted murder, assault with a deadly weapon, or intent? I don't know. I'm not an attorney. You attorneys know what he could be charged with, but he should be charged with some of these things, and he's not. He's still free. Gaige is still free. He should be in a cage. Gaige is his name. Gaige had an illegal weapon and pointed at somebody and threatened somebody with it. He needs to be charged. He needs to be. So, really the right should be threatening to riot if this criminal doesn't get charged and doesn't have to go through the hell that Kyle had to go through. An innocent man. Hey, Jeremy. Yes, assault. I agree. It was assault. Shouldn't it be something like also you're threatening somebody with a deadly weapon? There's probably some charges there. There's probably multiple charges there. So pointing a gun at someone is assault. Okay, awesome. I think there's probably a lot of cases, but yeah, why is Gaige not charged with assault? Since Kyle has been found to be innocent and was defending himself, what about the person he was defending himself against? The ones that Facebook defends, the dangerous individual that Facebook supports. I wonder if they're going to give themselves some time out on Facebook for supporting this thug. So he just got a DUI too recently. Let's look up his name here. Actually, I'll do this on. Let's bring up another browser. Let's look this guy up. And yeah, he recently was in the news for DUI. It's funny. I just put his name in. Wouldn't you think that was recent? Wouldn't you think that would come up? Look at this. Let me show you what comes up. You would think it would be a first thing, but no, it's not. It's not coming up. Chrome tab. Which one is it? Oh, there it is. Right here. Share. So look at this. I typed his name in. So this is what we got. Right, shooting victim. First story here, NPR, shooting victim, not the assailant. Sole survivor of Rittenhouse has a criminal past. At least that's New York Post, of course, New York Post. Here's reacts to acquittal on YouTube. Hey, let's see what 2 hours ago. Let's see what this. I haven't seen this yet. Let's see if we can play this and get the audio.
The defendant will rise to face the jury and hearken to its verdicts.
Let me see here. Let me see. I want to get the audio on this though. Hold on. I think I got to do something with the when I share the screen. Hold on. Let's see if I don't know if you've seen this or not. Share screen. Chrome tab. Here. Yeah, share audio. Tab audio. Okay. You guys should be able to hear this. Let's see what his reaction was. Gaige's reaction.
That's the first count of the information. Joseph Rosenbaum. We, the jury, find the defendant Kyle H. Rittenhouse not guilty. As to the second count of the information, Richard McGinnis, we, the jury, find the defendant Kyle H. Rittenhouse not guilty. As to the third count of the information, unknown male, we, the jury, find the defendant Kyle H. Rittenhouse not guilty. As to the fourth count of the information, Anthony Huber, we, the jury, find the defendant Kyle H. Rittenhouse not guilty. As to the fifth count of the information, Gaige, Grosskreutz, we, the jury, find the defendant Kyle H. Rittenhouse not
Gaige
guilty.
reacts.
Members of the jury, these your unanimous verdicts?
Oh, that's hard to
Anyone who
watch.
does not agree with the verdicts as read?
There he is. Okay. I got punked. Okay, that was funny. That was hilarious. Okay. Oh my God. So anyways, let's go back to see if he about the DUI story. That's funny. I should just be able to put his name in and get the DUI story. But no, that's not how it works. So call in 855-854-TALK. When you get the error, you'll get an error that is wrong access code. Dial 995-782-pound. It's a workaround right now. I'm working with a company to try to get that fixed. Let me type in DUI, see if it shows up. Arrested for DUI, witness. Here we go. And I see he's called a witness on this one. This is a YouTube video. Let's see if hopefully I'm not going to get punked again. Yeah. Can you guys hear the audio on that? Is it just over my mic? Oh, you know what I need to do? I probably need to send the audio to, hold on a second, so you guys can hear this. See, I'm out of practice.
Want to join the six-figure club? Google and other tech companies are hiring hundreds of thousands of workers in non-coding positions.
Hold on a second.
Over 400
Audio.
of the hottest technology companies are ready to hire for tech sales and customer success roles.
There we
and
go.
I've partnered with SB Academy to help you land a job.
There we go. You guys will be able to hear it.
Hello, sir. Officer Lazarus, West Dallas Police Department. You don't mind pulling over today? Nope. Okay. When you turned on to 60th Street from Greenfield, you didn't use your turning signal. All right. You have your ID on you?
I do, but
What's that?
I do, but it's like literally right behind my buddy's seat right here.
Okay.
Don't really want to reach for it.
I got you. Are there any weapons inside the car?
Absolutely.
How is he moving his right arm?
Today?
I thought his bicep was blown out.
You don't answer questions? Okay. Anything to drink tonight, sir? No? Okay. Driver, do you have your ID on you?
Am I allowed to reach?
Go ahead. Where is it? Why don't you tell me where it is before you reach?
So it's right behind my.
All right.
Well, he certainly knows the procedure, doesn't he?
Don't have it on.
All right. Why don't you step out of the car, sir? Step out of the car, sir.
So,
All right. Put your phone on top of the car, please.
I'd like to contact my attorney, please.
Not a point. All right. Why don't you tell me your name verbally since you don't want to grab your ID?
My ID is back there.
I know, but you refused to grab it when I asked you for it.
Because I don't want to grab behind the chair.
I got you. Okay. Why don't you give me your name verbally then?
This is the Facebook's hero right here.
Okay. Sir, how much have you had to drink tonight? None. Okay. Would you be willing to perform some standardized field sobriety test? No. You said no. Okay.
I'd like to contact my attorney before I answer it.
At this point, you're not going to be making any phone calls, okay? Because I'm in the middle of a traffic stop. We're in the middle of an investigation here, okay? So based on your driving behavior, all right, the fact that you're slurring your speech, you have the odor of alcohol coming from your breath, ingest intoxicants, okay? I believe you're impaired, okay? And I want to give you the benefit of the doubt, all right? I want to have you perform some standardized field sobriety tests so that I know it's safe for you to be operating a motor vehicle at this point, okay? No, leave the phone there.
Would you be willing to do that?
Sir, you're not allowed to be at your phone at this time, okay? At this point, are you refusing to perform some standardized field sobriety tests?
I'm not refusing. I would just like to talk to my attorney.
Do you own the vehicle, sir?
I do own that vehicle.
Okay. So if I get back the registration info, it's going to have your name on it.
Absolutely.
I'm going to give you one last option, Gaige, all right? Because right now, you're leaving me with nothing. You're leaving me no option here. I need to make sure that it's safe for you to be driving. If not, based on my observations, I believe you're impaired and you're operating a motor vehicle. Okay. Do you get what I'm saying?
I'm not saying you don't want to perform the test.
All right. Based on my observations, you're going to be placed under arrest for operating while intoxicated.
Yeah, it's, he just told you.
Do you need anything from inside the vehicle, like a wallet or a phone or anything like that? Here's the question I have for you is, will you submit to an evidentiary chemical test of your blood?
I want to talk to my attorney.
It's a yes or no answer.
I want to talk to my attorney.
Will you submit to an evidentiary chemical test of your blood? If you do not answer with a yes or no answer, I'm going to consider it a refusal.
As I've stated, since
He certainly knows the procedure. Actually, I have to give him credit for that.
Counter, please. We're going to give you one in there. All right, Gaige. So what I have here is a OWI search warrant for your blood, okay? I'm going to read you the face sheet here, and then at the end of this whole process, you're going to get a copy of this, okay? Whereas the court has reviewed the affidavit of Michael Zaris of the West Dallas Police Department in support of the search warrant, whereas the officer described herein has this day complained to said court upon oath that the following subject is in police custody following an arrest for operating a motor vehicle while intoxicated or impaired. Otherwise,
sorry, officer, what's your name, badge number back there? I don't see it. That name.
Sir, do you have somebody who can come pick up after all
I'm
this?
talking to you. I'm talking to you back there.
Get it.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, you'll get it before you leave, okay?
I'm asking for it right now.
Okay. You'll get it before you leave.
Oops. This is Facebook's hero. The media's hero. DUI.
Okay. It involves me asking you questions about what happened tonight.
I don't answer any questions about my shit.
I have to read you your rights, though. All right. So, Gaige, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have them present with you while you are being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish one. If you decide to start answering questions now without a lawyer present, you have the right to stop the questioning and remain silent at any time you wish, including during the questioning. All right. So do you understand each and every one of these rights that I've explained to you?
Right. Absolutely.
Okay. Having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to us now? Do you have COVID or something?
Oh, if I had COVID, I should be wearing a mask, right?
What did you do with your mask that you got in the hospital? Oh, it's right there. You put it on the desk over there. Why don't you put it on for me?
Can I see why the commission's doing, please?
I'll get sanitized, don't worry.
All right, so there we are.
Look at that. It's like there's a ghosty run.
All right, shut up. All right, Facebook and their no, that's YouTube and their ads. God, you can't even stop it. Okay, so this is the media darling here who was a victim. When I did the search, you could see that the first results come up calling him a victim. A few websites calling him the witness, but a lot of them call him a victim. And he's convicted of loitering too. Here is another misdemeanor back in 2016. Let's see what this one says. This is by West. Boy, he's just a real winner. And again, so this guy had a gun on him, and here you go. The media has not thoroughly explored Grosskreutz criminal arrest history or his municipal ticket history. He admitted on the stand that he has a single conviction. That is for a misdemeanor intoxicated use of a firearm. He is not a felon. Oh, okay. Well, that's spreading around. I got burned by that lie. He also said, wait, this is what he's saying, isn't it? He said he's not. Let me find out. Well, let's keep going. He also said on the witness stand that he's carrying a concealed weapon on the night in question. Here, let me show you guys so you guys can see this. You guys can see what I'm reading here. On the night in question, but had expired a concealed carry permit. So, okay, that means he doesn't have a concealed carry permit. Okay, if it's expired, then he doesn't have one. It is illegal in Wisconsin to carry a concealed weapon without a valid permit. He has not been arrested or charged with that, though. See why? He does not. He does have a string of arrests and a past felony case that ended up expunged, according to State Department. All right. So see listing here. So we'll look at that here in a second. He's also suing the city of Kenosha for millions of dollars. Also has a history of municipal citations and forfeitures. The most recent, a loitering ticket from West Alice. Here's the record in that case. Wow, this guy is a winner. More about him, his testimony. Okay, we obtained the West Alice police reports that give a fuller picture of Grosskreutz. I don't know if it's saying his name right. It looks like Grosskreutz. Yeah. than a glowing article in many media outlets. The reports have not been previously reported. This is by the West. What is this by? Wisconsin right now.com. Gaige had no, this is a quote, Gaige had no reason to be there and had no vehicle in the lot. He was previously detained for prowling in the same area and released. So first of all, remember a lot of the people that hate Kyle say that he shouldn't have been there. There was no reason for him to be there. Well, you know, he had as much right as Grosskreutz had, and actually Grosskreutz, I would argue, also has a right to be there. Everybody has a right to be there. If you want to go where there's trouble in the middle of a riot or whatever, you have a right to be there. But he was previously detained for prowling in the same area and released. Okay, the report says the prowling case, Gaige appeared to be videotaping personal vehicles in the rear police parking lot. Gaige made it clear his anti-law enforcement views. Gaige was arrested for prowling, booked, cited, and released. Earlier that summer, he also was investigating a Facebook threats case, but the victim, who had organized an event to paint over letters in Defund the Police mural outside of Milwaukee City Hall, decided not to press charges, according to West Allis police reports. After receiving the tip, we submitted an open request and received 2 police reports involving Grosskreutz, who is affiliated with the People's Revolution Group. People's Revolution Group. Let's look them up. Let's see what they're about. People's Revolution Group. See, the media don't do any work anymore. Well, they don't want to. Let's see what this group's about. People's Revolution, Milwaukee. Here's their Facebook page. People's Revolution, gang ties, felonies in the state. Here we go. This is Wisconsin right now. Again, talks about the People's Revolution, gang ties, felonies, a state rep and congressional staffer. Wow. Okay. Well, let's get back into that. Let's go back here again. So we're reporting on these incidents because they help provide a fuller biography of Grosskreutz, and they give a better sense of the people behind the protest movement that Rittenhouse encountered that day. The media have largely sanitized the men shot in Kenosha, characterized them as peaceful protesters, which it's pretty obvious they weren't. We knew they weren't. These liars, these communist liars taking over our country. We previously reported on the criminal records of all 3 men shot by Rittenhouse. Grosskreutz is not a felon, as some social media posts falsely allege. Okay, so let's remember that. And, you know, it's important not to be spreading misinformation, even about people we can't stand, like this scumbag, because we want to be known as truth, seeking truth and wanting the truth. And a lot of times the right is just as guilty as the left when it comes to this crap, spreading crap. So, okay. So he's not a felon. Okay. So, and I'm just as guilty too. You know, this is what we do. It's human nature. We see something, we believe something, we form our opinion, and we see a headline, just a headline. And the media knows this. We'll see a headline that aligns with what we believe, and we share it. I do it. You do it. We all do it. Most of us do it. And I share it. I've gotten burned before, totally burned before. And then here's another one. I have shared that picture saying he was a felon. I've even went around saying he's a felon because of a meme. So we don't know that stuff's true. On the other hand, there's been times after I got burned, I would be more careful. And I say, well, do we really know he's a felon? And then a lot of the right people would jump my ass thinking that I'm trying to defend people. And no, I just want the truth on things. So, he's not a felon, as social media allege. But Gaige does have another previous forfeiture case for not showing obedience to officers, as well as one for loud noises. He was. I did a loud noise the other day. I did a Mariah Carey whistle fart. It was pretty. It's pretty loud. Anyways, for not showing obedience to officers, as well as loud noises. He was convicted of criminal misdemeanor in 2016 for going armed with a firearm while intoxicated. So he's had trouble again with firearms. He gave West Allis address. He also was arrested for a second offense, drunk driving, after the shooting. What? He also was arrested for second offense. Okay, so this is the second time. What we just watched was the second DUI that he had. Hey, by the way, I can see your comments too. If you want to make comments, I think Facebook and YouTube, also YouTube comments. I can see them and I can respond to them. They're all nicely put right here. He also arrested second. Okay, but that case was dismissed on the prosecutor's motion right before the trial. Look at that. Look at that. Wonder now which prosecutor was that? But that case was dismissed on a prosecutor's motion. So a prosecutor, for some reason, threw out his second DUI just before the trial. Huh. How about that? Huh. Grosskreutz has been the subject of numerous glowing articles in news media, some which left out the fact that he was armed with a gun at a time. Exactly. We're not even talking about that. Even the right that's celebrating this victory, we should not be satisfied. We absolutely should not be satisfied. This dude is free. He is a criminal. He is free. He needs to be charged. He tried to kill Rittenhouse. He needs to be charged. We should be protesting in Kenosha. Grosskreutz said he worked as a paramedic before going back to the college in Wisconsin where he's currently studying. Yeah, that's the other thing. Rittenhouse said he's going to college. I don't see that happening. I mean, unless he does it online. The poor kid's life, he'll be lucky if it ever gets back to normal. I mean, the dude's life still, even though he's acquitted. And imagine the hell going through that and knowing that you may be going to prison. If they get it wrong, you may be going to prison. And then imagine what will happen to you in prison, being a conservative. So, yeah. And then, of course, white supremacist. That's all over the place that Kyle is a white supremacist. What a fucking lie. There's not even a shred of evidence for that. And those people should be taken off the air. Facebook should be banning them for misinformation. YouTube should be banning them for misinformation. According to I don't believe they should be banning anybody for misinformation. But if you're going to be consistent, you communist crapolas, then you should be banning them also. Hey, why don't you guys call 855-854-TALK? You're going to get an error right now if you call that. And after the error for the code, dial the right code 995-782-pound. Call in. Jeremy, you're good. You like to talk and you got some great things to say. Why don't you give me a call? All right. So the officer report says that they found Grossman, now 27, West Alliston Police driveway near the vehicle entrance. In the West Alliston Police driveway near the vehicle entrance. The report says the other alleged loitering incident occurred August 15th, 2020, 11:59. Boy, this dude's just nonstop problems. Nonstop. Hey, Jared, how's it going? Yes, exactly. And I hope Jared says the media should be held accountable for libel. Absolutely. And Facebook. What about Facebook? Facebook banned me for supporting Kyle, said I was supporting a dangerous individual. And even just recently, Facebook friend, Joey Waves, I can't remember his last name, photographer in Naples. He just got banned or something for doing the same thing, supporting Kyle, dangerous individual. And so anyways, so yeah, so guys, you can make your comments here like Jared did here, and I can even show them on the screen too. So you can be partially famous being on the Denver show. Anyways, let's continue. On a second occasion, an officer observed him walking on the grass the south side in the parking lot between the fence and driveway. He appeared to be recording vehicles inside the fence. When I asked Gaige what he was doing, his explanation was nothing and that he could be here. report says. Okay, now he sounds like one of these auditors, these people that audit the police department, stuff like that. And honestly, and a lot of people say those people are troublemakers, but they're just checking to see if to make sure that the police are constitutional, following the laws and the rules, and know the laws and rules. And sometimes they tell you can't film like the police department, and you can film the police department. So, some of these things he does, I mean, he's right. A few of these things that he's did, he's right. But it sounded like he was inside the fence area. I don't know if he can be inside the fence area, although they would argue that that's public property. It's owned by the public. So I don't know. So based on Gaige's previous attempt to withhold his identity as parking away from the property in which he decided to lurk around, his previous prowling warning for being in the same area that time of night, Gaige concealing himself by walking in the grass rather than the sidewalk or driveway, and Gaige having no explanation for reason for being there, I arrested Gaige for prowling. Yeah, well, that's true too. That's suspicious behavior. I would say that's suspicious behavior. Now, I'm not an attorney. I'm not a police officer or everything, but I do watch a lot of videos, and I do try to constitutional and bill rights, and I do a lot of times speak out against police officers that violate our rights. I am a supporter of the police, but I am not a supporter of rogue cops. So yeah, you have to have a reason to stop someone and ask them for their ID and stuff. And yeah, the things that he was doing, parking away, walking through the grass, and that late at night, filming the vehicles, all that stuff, that I guess that sounds like suspicious behavior. The officer noted that Grosskreutz crumpled up the citation and PR bond and threw them in the garbage of the booking room. He refused to sign the PR bond, which was given a municipality ticket for prowling. I've done that before when I got a speeding ticket. I just threw it up and threw it away and threw it on the floor. And then the cop told me, "You want me to run you in?" I said, "Well, what? For throwing the ticket down on the floor? I can do what I want with it." So and that's what I mean. Sometimes cops overstep their boundaries. I mean, I was upset. I'd been working 2 jobs, finally started getting some overtime pay, and then I got a ticket for speeding. I was upset. So I threw it away. I mean, I threw it on the floor. And there's no law against that. But let's see. The second police report deals with alleged disorderly contact harassment complaint that came on July 2nd. Oh, this guy's just a real gem. The report says a man called police to report that he had received threats on Facebook. Threats were made against him and his wife after he created an event on Facebook. The event was a pro-police in nature and meant for people to meet at a local bar and then drive to Milwaukee City Hall. Once there, they would erase the D and E from the words defund the police. So they wanted it to say fund the police. Those words were painted on the ground in front of City Hall. The reporter adds one of the subjects who made the threats was identified as Gaige Grosskreutz. Again, I don't know if I'm saying his name right. However, the man later stated no longer wanted officers to pursue the issue. I wonder if he just got tired of it or if the threats got to him. The police told, or the man told police that several Facebook messages, which were considered to be threatening in nature, he had deleted the event and most of the threatening messages he did receive. Wonder if, see, if he gave in, that's sad. That's sad to allow these little domestic terrorists to do that. So, he deleted the event. He said he did still have threatening messages from 2 profiles. One profile titled Gaige Grosskreutz, and the other was titled Tone Scott, Tone, Tone Scott. 14 photographs were taken of the remaining messages, some to the man and some to his wife. In one, Gaige wrote, "You stay at those apartments on redacted," right? In another message, Tone Scott is alleged to have written, "Sorry, but your man might be in danger, and fuck you, dumbass piece of shit, and pussy bitch, and I'll see you around, bitch." The officer called for a number of Grosskreutz. A man answered and said, "What the fuck do you want?" And yeah, I realize I need to get a beep button because I think YouTube will demonetize or maybe even ban it if for saying those words. I'm not sure though. I'll find out because I'm just getting started on YouTube. That reminds me too, if you like the Denver Show, check out Denver Show. Please like it on Facebook and the Denver Show, and also on YouTube. Like and subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate that. Also, I'm trying to upgrade a lot of stuff here. I need to get on Rumble because obviously conservatives are being banned. I consider myself a conservative, but I'm more kind of a libertarian conservative type. And in order to keep things going and to build this, then I need to go to Rumble and have this stuff on Rumble too. In order to live stream Rumble, it's going to cost, how much was it? $25 a month or something. So I need that. So I do have a Patreon. Let me get this before we get back to that real quick. Let's get to the things here. I do have Cash Apps. On Cash App, I'm Denver Sings. I have Venmo. I'm also Denver Sings. And you can go to Patreon, patreon.com, The Denver Show, and pledge a monthly support of $5 or more. This will help me with my internet speeds. Also, if you look at the previous the Denver Show, I want to say Denver Sings. If you look at the Denver Show, you'll see that I actually had a physical room, physical studio, and multiple cameras and stuff. I still have everything. I just don't have a place to do it. So everything's going to be virtual right now. I can take virtual guests and all that stuff. So right now it kind of suffices, but it's real nice to have guests. I want to start having guests, local talent, local stars and stuff like that. And start having them on, and like I used to do. I'd like to have them actually in the room. It's a lot better. So if you would like to support that, go to Patreon. Also Venmo, Denver Sings, and Cash App. There we go. And one more thing I can do too, right there, if you want to make it quick. Here, hold on. Just real quick, we'll get back to the stuff. Let me take this off there. Banner off. Just let me get to business, and we'll get back to this. All right. So no, I don't want the tip jar. Don't do Patreon. Don't do PayPal. They're a rip off. Okay, there's my Cash App if you want to make a donation. And here is my Venmo. So you guys know how to do that. Scan the QR code. Denver Sings on both of them. All right, so back to business. All right, so let's put that number back up there. Call in 855-854-TALK. That's another thing too. This is one of the very few, you'll notice, very few Facebook live streams and YouTube live streams, amateur, that can take live calls. And the live callers can hear everything happening on the show, and they can get on the show. And I can have up to 150 callers, and the callers can even hear each other if I have them on at the same time. I mean, this is something that I figured out how to do very inexpensively. Even radio programs, radio stations have a maximum of 4 lines, I think, and they're actual 4 physical lines. I've learned to do it another way. So 855-854-TALK. Once I get this fixed, that's all you have to dial. And so I'm really trying to make this thing professional and real well, run real well, and be a good source of conservative news and views and interviews. And that rhymes, doesn't it? So, and if you look back, we had a good streak going. This is the 26th episode, I think, of the Denver Show. We had a good streak going. If you look at some of the older ones, when I had some co-hosts. I'm also looking to add a female co-host, somebody who's bold, who doesn't always agree with me, can make a case, and wants to do the Denver Show. So anyways, I have some candidates, but then I got busy and didn't do this. And you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to do one more thing before we get back to this. I even got a nice little intro, and I forgot to play it. I just started right into it. Check this out. I even made this intro to look a little more professional. Here is the intro to the Denver Show. There we go. I had the audio down. I'm out of practice. I'll tell you what, and this is another thing about this. For this show to get good, it takes a lot of prep. It takes a lot of research, a lot of lining up everything to share, the information to share. And then I'm sitting here running. I got a board over here that I have to run, connect all this stuff. It'd be mind blowing to the average person what I'm doing right now while trying to run the show. So I would even like to get a producer in here, somebody to run the board and stuff like that. So I can just say, all right, play clip 2, play clip 3, and prepare clips and upload them and play them directly from the app that I'm using. So anyways, it's been 46 minutes. So we're going to finish this up here. Let's go back to the People's Revolution. Remember that Gaige is a part of, he's a part of the People's Revolution. See what they're all about. All right. This is 5 of 7, chapter 7. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Wow. So this is pretty involved. People look this up. Look up, yeah, I think you're going to have to look this up. And it's on Wisconsin Now. Wisconsin Right Now. WisconsinRightNow.com. And look up, it's called the People's Revolution. That's what this this one bicep loser is a part of. And there's, looks like 5 chapters. Look at this. Yeah, and there's a state rep that's a part of this. Wow. Okay, so, the making of a lie. Okay, this is going to be pretty involved. So I'll just give you the source here. Let me just copy I'm going to put it in the comments right here so you guys can go to this and do your own research here, because I didn't realize how involved this was. There, I just posted it. I posted it on the YouTube chat and the Denver Show on Facebook. Also, this is streaming live on my on my what is that thing doing? He's stuck on the breasticles. All right, so anyways, I'm gonna wrap this up. It's been about 50 minutes, so thanks for watching. And next time, you guys, don't be so shy. Call in. Let me. I'll get this phone number fixed, so you just have to dial 855-854-TALK. Also, be watching out for. I am a life coach, relationship coach, and I'm going to be starting a spirituality relationship series. I want to do that broadcast too. It'll be an entirely different look. It'll be a different time of day, probably be a late night thing. So if you're interested in that, watch for that. And that's it. So, all right. Kyle got off, and that's fine. That's great. That's what we wanted. But the work's not done. The work's not done. This Gaige guy needs to be arrested for his crimes, and we should not be satisfied. See, we conservatives, we're so, oh, you know, he got acquitted, and we're all happy about that, and we forget that that's only part of the victory. It's huge, but we are still getting ripped off if Gaige does not get arrested. He needs arrested. We need to demand that he is held accountable. He needs to go to trial. We also hope that Kyle, he gets his money from all the media and social media companies that slandered him. That's it. I'm Denver. This is the Denver Show. And I'm going to, since I messed up my intro, I'm going to use it as my outro now. So that's it. So watch out for some more episodes. Don't forget to like the Denver Show on Facebook. Go to search the Denver Show channel and then switch it to channel on YouTube, and like and subscribe to that. I greatly appreciate it. And one last time with, if you want to help support the show, on Cash App, I'm Denver Sings. On Venmo, I'm Denver Sings. And I have a Patreon channel, which I haven't got the perks for that yet, but you can pledge $5 a month or more to help pay for all these apps that I got to pay monthly for to keep this show running. So that's it. So I'm going to go out with my intro, The Denver Show. Thanks a lot. Take care.